There are a lot of people out there that want to find a way to make money and provide for their family. And I wish Jenna and I could just hit the road, live on the road, save up money for like 5 years and just go and get it and team drive. I mean, that's always been my dream. We went together for a year, but that was amazing. We had a great time and we made a lot of money and we saved a lot of money. Well, there are a lot of couples out there and a lot of people out there that are thinking of ways to make money as well. Why not go on the road with your loved one? And so I was so blessed to reach out to Nevada Trucking and Trails. They're a trucking couple. They're amazing. They're on the road. They've been trucking for the last 3 years with this one company, and they're going to expose how much they make gross and net. But I just want to let you guys know, okay, they're doing this to help out truck drivers. So this isn't something they're doing to brag. So if you don't think their numbers are big, well, they're not doing it for that reason. They're just sharing their journey. But it's not always how much you make, it's how much you save.
Guys, welcome to Nevada Trucking and Trails. My name is Kyle. This is my lovely wife Danielle, and today we're going to be talking about how much we made as team company truck drivers in 2020. A little bit of background: we are at a company as company drivers. We are at a 1099 position. However, they are offering W-2. So if you guys are interested in the company we work for or anything like that, check out my previous video. The name of the company, the video is called Desert Eagle Transport 3-year review. That's how long we've been here. And we're going to be talking about how much we made gross, and then also deducting the taxes and going through do medical, and basically show you a very transparent, trying to turn a 1099 position into what it would be like as W-2. So I got numbers. I have my Schedule C, so I'm going to be throwing that up somewhere on the screen to where you guys can actually look along the video as I'm talking about it. I'm going to actually calculate it, explain the Schedule C, and a Schedule C is basically, it's a profit and loss business form, basically. Being 1099, we're basically self-employed, so we're allowed to do things like itemize. We get per diem while we're out here on the road, which provides for our meals and hotels if we need them, and anything like that. And we take the standard rate. As you can tell, my wife is pretty tiny, so we share meals a lot, so it actually works out to our benefit because we don't spend that much on food. Let's get into this. This is the Schedule C. I'm gonna block out like my social security number, obviously my name, and it says my name, the social security number, some other stuff, truck driver, blah blah blah. But everything else is gonna be on there, starting with income. And for 2020, well, I guess I should say in 2019, I'm thinking over there's glitching out, huh? In 2019, we made 144,000. And we paid 23,000 in taxes. So you can go back and actually watch that video if you'd like. I'll put a little link of what the thumbnail looks like. I also do pay videos that kind of go over the paycheck stubs. I did a 3-month paycheck stub review. That one seems to be pretty popular, so you can check that one out. I did a 12-month paycheck stub review for 2020, which if you want to see the paycheck stubs, you can go through and see each and every single one on there. It was a beach to edit. So I will not be doing those anymore on like 3 months or 12 months. What I've started doing in 2021 is doing them on a monthly basis. So at the end of each month, I will go through. So at the end of February coming up, I will do a February paycheck stub review where I put our paycheck stubs out. And I always talk about it in like a first person perspective because we're not all team truck drivers out here. And if you are, it's not likely that you are with your spouse. If you are, you're very blessed, and it would be similar. You could just double the numbers, but I say it, when I talk about my paycheck stubs, it's always a one-person viewpoint. So hope you guys enjoy those after you're done with this video. Also hit that subscribe button, like, comment, all those things that YouTubers say. Let's jump into the Schedule C. And I gotta unlock the phone. Technical difficulties here. So this is a profit and loss statement. If you're looking at the top, you're gonna see a gross income of $160,865. Now this is for me and my wife. So we both combined made 160, which roughly is about $80,000 each. This is our gross numbers. So this is before we pay taxes. This is before we have medical, all the stuff that you would have at a W-2 position. So I'm going to go over how we get down to the overall number, what we would make like if we were W-2. A huge benefit of being 1099 is you could write off per diem. And so if you look down in the expenses part 2 section, you're going to see a couple things. We're not crazy about like writing off, like we don't have like a pile of receipts, or to be honest with you, I kind of slack on that. And then 2021, because we're going to go owner op and we're going to be having a lot more income, I'm going to be saving a lot more of my receipts. We've already started the digital compile them and stuff like that. Like there's stuff in here I could have written off, like my RAM mounts. I just don't know where the receipts are, and you know, I want to get my taxes done and figure out how much it is, because I'm getting a truck soon and I'm trying to manage a budget. And anyways, rambling on. We got $38,940. That isn't per diem. So that was meals, hotels. It's a standard deduction that we just take the standard amount. So that means we can't write off food and we can't write off hotels. That works out for us. She's so tiny. We share meals all the time. So it might not work out for you, but if you want to keep all your food receipts, it's a lot of work. It's going to make your tax guy go, getting your money's worth. We have $129. That's going to be like a couple tools I bought, things that I happen to keep the receipts for, to be honest with you. It wasn't a lot. The only other thing on expenses that you're going to see down at the very bottom, 27A, is going to be $2,630. That is our phone bill and our internet bill. So we have internet here on the truck, and we have, you know, we were doing a different company. We no longer do them, but we had internet on the truck and phone, and because you're using that to like communicate with brokers, look up your shipper and receivers, making business phone calls, the majority of the time it is considered a write-off. So that's something that we do write off. That makes a total, if you're looking at the Schedule C here, of $41,719. Now what that's going to do to that 160 is reduce it. And luckily right here on the Schedule C form, stuttering today a lot, huh? Luckily on the Schedule C form, it does the math for you. So right there, if you take $41,719, you subtract it from the $160,865, we have a total taxable income of $119,146 total taxable income. So that's what we're being taxed at. The other amount, because we wrote off all that amount, it's non-taxable income. So a lot of misconceptions with like write-offs and stuff like that is you're going to save money on your taxes if you do it. Yes, you are, but you're spending that money so that basically you don't get taxed on it, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we paid quarterly. And our quarterly taxes, me and my wife, I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, paid a total of $27.50. And I'm just looking over here at my calculator. I got $27.50 each every quarter. There's 4 quarters a year. We did $27.50, so we times that times 4. It's going to be $11,000. Almost like I've done this before. So I paid $11,000 in quarterlies, and she paid $11,000 in quarterly. So if we times that by 2, we have a total of $22,000 in quarterly taxes that we paid. So when we filed, we told our tax guy how much we paid in our quarterlies, and he was able to calculate. In 2019, I think we paid about $23,000 in taxes. You'll have to go back at that 2019 video and check that one out for the $144,000 we made. This year, being on the road, was slightly more than in 2019, so we have a little bit more per diem, and it actually reduces our tax bill. You guys saw that $38,000 is a lot of money in per diem that we're allowed to deduct from our taxes. So we had an increase. What we owe in 2021, we have to pay the 2020 taxes. Every year we owe money. That's because we're high-income earners, we're 1099, so it is what it is. But we have an increase of $1,487. That is my tax bill that is due at the end of the year with paying those quarterlies. So I owe $1,500. The same time, the due date for 2020 taxes is also the same day that you have to file your quarterlies for 2021. So, you know, I'll have to pay another $27.50 plus whatever $14.87 divided by 4. You're gonna get crazy if I don't do that, huh? $14.87 divided by 4 is $371.75 plus $27.50. You have to pay the minimum amount that you made in the previous year. So in 2020, if we were to pay the whole tax bill outright, now we have to pay $3,121.75. You just have to round that up because they don't do change. So $3,122 will be our next quarterly amount that we owe. And that's going to meet the minimum base of what we made for 2020. And if there's a reduction and we actually made less money in 2021, we would actually get a return at that point. So that's how that works. Hopefully that made sense. I think I covered everything. Oh no, let's go ahead and talk about what we actually netted. Let's get into the net. So if we had $160,000, 865. This is total for me and my wife, because we're filing as a married joint couple. If you divide that by 2, we each made $80,432.50 gross. We're going to reduce our $11,000 in $11,000 in taxes that we paid in quarterly. So we netted $69,432, and then we need to take and do it on this one, $1,487, and divide that by 2, because that's how much we owed at the end of the year. $743.50. So I'm going to minus 743 minus the 69,000. Let's go ahead and do that right here. 743.50. So our total net after taxes is $68,689. That's how much I netted, and that's how much she netted. So we each made $68,689. Now,
we are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.